Hey there, this is Jonathan Hardesty, your lovable GM, and you're listening to Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor Arknight, whose props, maps, and minis make our game a delight. That's ARCKNIGHT. Also want to give a shout out to both Gordon McAlpin and KiloWhat, who have created some wicked cool art for our campaign. Check all that out over on athpod.com in our show notes every week. Finally, I wanted to give a shout out to Michaela Garrison, who edited this week's episode, and who generally deals with all our shenanigans in post. You can find her over on Insta at Michaela J. Garrison, and her dog Arrow over there as well at Arrow Perro. And now, let's get on with this week's episode.
Friends, fiends. Nothing like a hangover to tell you what kind of night you had. Anyway, while I suck down this hair of the dog, let me continue where we last left off. Our heroes, having won their night of drinking, entered the following day with kudos from the crew and a bit of a nasty headache. So let's continue, shall we, with these, just not so loud, Demon Dayz.
And the morning comes sooner than you would like. Harsh, bright, sunny day, loud noises. For those who are affected more by it, the hangover's pretty rough. These were drinks they pull out on fun occasions that have a kick to them. Now the legendary blue is the talk of the crew as the next day hits.
Looking at Darkfall 28, John?
Yep. 28.
Same shtick with me. I'm just going to fall in with the crew a little bit and, keep an eye out on things and, yeah.
Same with Yusuf. He helps out where he can.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll do more, spot training stuff.
What about you, Taslinn? Anything you want to get done this day?
Sky bathing and sitting with my tarot cards.
I know you mentioned last session checking in on people. Are you still planning on doing that?
Oh, yeah. Every day will be a little scrying thing, too.
Did Taslinn do that on the 27th as well, or would you say that she just started today, the 28th?
No, she would have done it that day, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it until looking at the notes. So, for sake of it, I will just lump the 2 scries into this day. So you get 2 for the price of 2. So for the previous day when you had taken some time, probably during your sky bathing thing, you would have gone to the scry, and who would you have picked?
Well, I would have done first, Daddy Dearest, and then I would have done the thing afterwards, the little boy thing.
Okay. Yeah, then I will give you both. If you roll, let's just do the roll. Or I have to roll, actually.
Yeah, you have to roll. So Daddy Dearest has a -5.
Uh-huh. Eesh. I think I need to get new dice.
Also, I don't know if you wanted to consider having his, being connected by blood also.
Oh, yeah, I remember last session that I said that was fine.
So, Daddy Dearest would actually have a -15. Because I'm familiar with him and the whole, being connected. So, yeah. And then, a small child thing is actually gets a +5. However, that's another thing of where we also share blood, but I don't know if you want to count it for him because it's a little bit removed.
Since it's a bit removed, it might be a stretch for that one for him.
Okay, so then
I would buy it for the father.
Yeah, he would get a +5 to his roll.
Okay, and then DC was 17?
Yes.
17?
For wisdom.
The kid just barely doesn't make it, 16. And then Cheshire just doesn't make it. He got 11 raw. So negative numbers. Cool. You see his entire history now. Let's start with the boy. After a bit of swirling, as a crystal ball does, you see Little Thing, as you called him last time, sitting on the bed in this what looks to be the same lodgings as before. And Igni is with him, and she's talking with... if you'll remember Shoshana, the Cambia, and you guys all spared at the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Igni asks her new messenger friend to keep an eye on the child while she does a patrol around the area. The Cambion seems a bit unsure about how to deal with that, and after Igni leaves, she just sits on the edge of the bed, just kind of awkwardly staring at this young tiefling. They stare at each other for a while, and the little thing, he smiles awkwardly and throws up. And like the last thing you see is just Shoshana being like, "What is this?" And that's out for him. Things seem to be fine there. And you, through the course of your time, you check on Cheshire, and you see him in a different room than before. Although it's still similarly damp and dreary and stone wall, it just looks different in that he's sitting in a chair and naked. And given how he sags in the chair, you get the impression that there's no bottom on the chair. It's just the frame.
Oh.
And in the room with him are a few unsavory characters, led by a rather thin and gaunt-looking furbolg with a scar from his right temple down to the left side of his chin. In his hands, you see a thick, knotted rope that he twirls around.
Yep.
Style.
Yep.
Casino Royale
I know
style.
what that chair is used for, and that's exactly it. Oh, God.
Yeah. He twirls it about menacingly, and with a quick swing, the knotted end connects, and you hear your father howl in pain. And it's not something you've ever heard before, and it is... You kind of have to, like, cover up the crystal ball. Like, what, oh my God, what is... Am I watching a terrible film? The furbolg asks your father why he would back out of the deal. And where is the boy now? Our client is very interested in his whereabouts. And then there's more torture, and the vision stays with you longer than you want, and you eventually just kind of push it off and like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And so they go to town on him, and that ends your vision with the two of them.
Well, I hope Daddy Dearest doesn't want kids again in the future.
And so ends the lineage of no. And then for the current day, you have those things on your mind as you go into the second day's scrying. And again, same as before. Let me roll for that. Cool. Might as well just not roll for them and just give you all these. Yeah, it was like a raw 14 and a 6 for father and kid. So again, for the little thing, it's the same lodging from before, and you are like, okay, this is just gonna be more of the same, except it's much more torn apart now and ransacked, and there's a few bodies that are sprawled on the ground, blades in them. They've been totally killed, and there's blood splatter everywhere. Igni sits in one of the corners, a bit roughed up, and a little worse for wear, but not too bad. She didn't take the brunt of the damage, it looks like. And you see the little thing clinging to her, scared out of his wits. In her free hand, she's got a smoke. She lights it of her own accord, just with her hand, and takes a drag as deep as an ocean, and says without coughing, there, a little thing. And that vision goes away.
I love that she's also calling him little thing. Like, that's great.
And then for Cheshire, this one is a bit on the ordinary side. He's back in his cell, but you can see the effects of all the damage from before, bruises and batter and dried blood, and he looks pretty bad. And he just kind of tries to open one of his swollen eyes. Nothing else really happens, but you see, unfortunately, the results of his day out yesterday. And that puts you current to today.
Okay, just writing notes in my little journal, and then after all that, because there's not much I can do, I go out and sky bathe and sit with my tarot cards.
The day continues to go on. Everyone gets into their routine, and every now and then people come in and say hi to you guys and interact and everything. If there's anything else you guys want to do before the afternoon kind of shifts, the afternoon goes by. Yeah, the evening late afternoon starts to have a reddish glow to it. And where is everyone at?
I'm up on the crow's nest and just kind of watching the sunset. And as the sun's going down, I'm going to get out the green journal. Mm-hmm. And in the cipher to my mom, like the Thieves' Cant cipher that we use, I'm going to write, northern winds blow warm towards southern squalls, buffeting cliffs where false rulers fall. Seek out the rabbits 2 by 2. They'll help to hop me back to you.
Okay.
And I will write that back.
And after you've done that and it goes out there, maybe 10, 15 minutes pass, and you do feel another notice come in. Although it's not from your mother, unfortunately. You do see that it is initialed with the letter P and written very big, very angry. If this were the internet, it would be all caps. You read the following. You insolent, insignificant shit stain. Got some nerve taking out my bodyguard like that. And all for what? Ego? The fucking gall. I'm so pissed right now. If I didn't have to hunt down your waste of space of a mother, I would come after you myself. Borrowed time, asshole. And that's all she wrote. And by the time she gets to asshole, it's barely legible.
Those are big feelings.
Yeah. I'm just going to write back. I don't think you understand how bad of a job he did.
Perfect.
Very little effort on my part.
Read receipt.
Savage.
Read receipt.
Your message is sent, you got one, and that's it from your little journal. OP. Where are you guys all at this point in time on the ship?
I'm on the deck, like, kind of helping where I can, probably, like, around Klektha and the ballista, the ship's wheel, just, like, hanging out, trying to learn what I can.
Sure. And he's all too happy, and he seems a bit sheepish about the night before. Yeah, I let a little loose, whatever. But he continues to show you the ropes, and this lever does this, and this does this. Don't touch the ballista behind us, or it's a bad time for me.
I'm gonna get a little bit more into things, and I'm gonna start working on the rigging. Still learning how the sails work and stuff.
Feder, you're up top or down below?
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the sunset.
Sure.
And I'm somewhere out of the way.
All right.
So I'm not in people's way. Because she has no interest in helping with a ship.
As you guys go about your evening, or as it starts to get into the evening, I want everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome.
You know, for funsies.
Uh-huh.
I got a 19.
19?
I got a 17.
17?
I got an 8.
8? Okay.
Nat 20.
20? Okay. All right, well. To the people under 15, you feel a sharp, searing pain just from the forehead to the back of your skull, and it sends you prone.
Wait, what?
And to the rest of you...
Wait. Is
go
this
ahead.
mind effects? Is this mind effects?
Sure, it happens at the mind. Location.
Because if it's like trying to read my thoughts or anything like that, then I get advantage. So I'm just trying to.
Oh, no. It's not so much it's not like a mind read
Damn
or
it.
a influence. It's more of a onset of a migraine, just like,
Okay.
but fast.
Cool.
Oh, no.
It's searing. It's the worst you felt since the beginning.
Ouchie.
And it sends you to your knees. And to those who succeeded, you feel like someone's rolling a roller pin over your head, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like, you're kind of like, oh, what is going on? This is uncomfortable.
It's like pressure?
Pressure, heavy pressure. Everyone else seems to be going about their business, but you all felt something.
So I would have just been sitting down. So my hands are gonna go to my head and like rub at the temples. You know.
I'll scan around and see if I can see the rest of the squad and try to wave them over.
Does it feel how it has in the past when we've gotten headaches? Like, remember the last time the Maw Demon attacked us?
The Maw Demons attacked, yeah.
Yeah, you guys rolled well enough to where it doesn't feel nearly as bad as it did for Taslinn.
But does it feel familiar?
It feels familiar, yes.
But yeah, I would want to gather everybody together.
Okay, yeah, you hunt everyone together.
I want to make sure I know where my staffs are and that they're close by.
Huh?
Hey, did you guys all feel that?
Yeah.
It's that weird wave again.
Y'all would have had to come to me because she's very, very into the owie ow.
Where's Taz?
Yeah.
Where was she sitting?
Where would I be, John? As
Well,
in
when you
out of the
said
way?
you were away, you were probably
I'd still be up top. I'd just be out of the way. Up top.
probably toward the front. Not many people are chilling in the front, so you probably would have been. I've moved us over to. Yep.
You're lounging on Galahad.
No, we're not having a unicorn moment.
Yeah, I would have tried to gather everybody and met at Taz.
You're all together now. So you found Taz. And
Right.
You guys all come to her, and you see that she's not looking so hot in terms of just like rubbing her temples, feeling a little. Ugh.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys all feel that? What do we think? Another rift?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I wonder at its abilities to like open while we're moving. Like, do you think it's? Oh man, it could be a real bad time for someone down below. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know much about portals, but usually when I go through anything, it's static. You know what I mean?
Roll another con save while you guys are talking.
You think it's on the ground below us?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how this works because, I mean, it's got to be a uniform point in space, and we're all moving. You know what I mean?
They've tracked us while we've been on the move before. Mine's at 16.
I got a 9.
9.
You all have +3 from me right now, by the way. Don't forget.
That's a 6. Oh yeah, because we're all together. So that puts me at 10.
Still not gonna be enough.
Yeah, no, that hit me hard too.
19 for me.
Okay, so then your 19 is fine. It's the same DC.
12.
This is a con check?
Con save,
Yes.
yeah, 15 DC.
Is this a spell or a magical effect?
Not really. Like, it's like, no.
Actually, I don't have the sword out, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a 7 for me.
7? Okay. Everyone under 15, just like, you feel what Taslinn felt the first time, just that sharp, like, that searing pain that just sends you to even just one knee. It doesn't send you, like, prone or, like, too far. It's just like, this is almost debilitating. You almost see stars. It takes you a second to see clearly. But the throb doesn't actually stop. It just kind of continues, just like a throb. And just in your head, just pop, pop, pop. For the audience who can't see, I'm tapping my forehead.
Palms go to temples instead of rubbing fingers, just palms.
Both my stabs are out.
Temples.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Owie.
dropping down to a knee.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out the sword and see if it helps.
As you grab the sword and clasp it, it does reduce the pain a little bit. It does, maybe not to the effect of something that's actually like a true-on like spell, but it eases your blood a bit, and the pounding just doesn't bother you as much. And Drago by now is kind of over near you guys. He's kind of like walking up the stairs, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? What are you guys doing? Are you guys okay?"
Dad, this is, come here. This is,
Okay.
I don't know, there's this thing that happens sometimes with us that we get kind of a warning. It's not pleasant necessarily, but it usually accompanies the opening of a portal. This is much like, I don't know if you the one that appeared at the top of the tower. It's very similar to that. So just have everybody on high alert, because we don't know what or where or how, but there's a chance that something could be tracking us.
Okay. I will start going. And he starts to head off. Roll another con save. He starts running, and
I used up all my con saves drinking.
the thrumming just in the back of your head just starts to really hit at you. What did you get?
I got a 5.
I got a 16, so I'm going to try to, John, I'd like to try to stagger to my feet and do an eye for detail on the deck and try to see if there's anything hidden that I'm not seeing.
Okay. Let's see. Who haven't we got?
John, is with the sword out now, is that affecting?
It's blunting.
Like, is this a spell or a magical effect? Because if it is, we get advantage on the saving throw.
I would say it's a tough one because it's more physical and more like a reaction to, as you guys have experienced before, demonic presence. So I'm going to say it's not enough to everyone, like, let's split the difference on that for now.
I mean, it's okay if it doesn't. I'm just curious if it does.
Okay. I think it would ease you a little bit, but not affect the rest.
Okay. I rolled a 19 for my save this time, so.
It doesn't, like, you were able to suppress it, and it doesn't, you can still feel the throbbing. It's now in like like it's starting to click, like thumb, 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 thumb.
John,
and it just starts.
Is this the feeling that we got before a portal opened, or is this like when I was being pulled to the tower? Is it the same feeling?
More like the rift, when the rift is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's just this one feels a bit more powerful, a bit more.
Can I do that check, John? The eye for detail check?
Yeah, as your father's running towards the, your eyes kind of instinctively follow him, and there's a brief second as he's going forward that just before him, the boards on the deck seem to warp a little bit in a very weird way. like kind of
Awesome.
not like like it's hard to explain, not physically, but if you were having like a vision of some kind and the board started doing like a curling and like almost Beetlejuice-y type kind of like weird wobble, like something's going on like right there, and it doesn't seem to be affecting anyone nearby. Just he's running for it, but you sense there's something going on right there, and I'm putting him right here. So you have about a split second to like do anything.
Yeah, I'll go, Dad, move now, and try to just get him to hit the deck or something.
Yeah, so he juked. He doesn't know what you're talking about, but he juked just because you said it, and the panic in your voice, it was good. It was good enough for him, and he's heading over there.
And I'll just point for everybody else and go, there, it's happening there, and try to draw their attention to it.
Can I cut my hand on my horns and put it on the stone that's in my obsidian staff?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start the chant that I heard Vanessa doing, because I know that closed the rift before.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to take you a second or two, but a little bit just to get the chant going. And so you're doing that. And as you're doing that, as Drago's running, you guys see on the ship, the area on the ship that was warbling kind of become an opening, like just as if hands were pulling it. And the physicality, like the physical space on the ship just pulls apart. And you hear a loud shriek. And everyone now hears it too, and they see it, and everyone's just like scurrying about. And immediately you see popping out this giant winged, gnarled, and goopy creature fly out. And you hear the shrieks only continue. And you hear everyone starting to, like, bells ringing. Drago's already made it to there.
Like, if they're coming out in rounds, I'm gonna move to the portal, like, after the first one comes out and try and... Like,
yeah.
You see out of the hole itself, these winged, gnarled, beak-like creatures shoot out, one after the other, seconds apart. They go about 5-10 feet up into the air, near the point of opening, which is off to the top of the northern side of the boat where it's sitting right now. And the hole just still kind of undulating, like it's there but not really there. Just it found a thing to attach to. The shrieks from the creatures continue, and just before we roll initiative, you hear one more bellow from below, but it doesn't quite come out just yet.
Awesome.
And that's where we'll roll initiative.
Yes!
I love the reaction. It's like, oh god. Great.
20. I rolled a natural 20 on initiative, but I got a 22, so that's a 22.
22?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
12.
I rolled a 1, so I'm going 2.
9.
2? Yusuf?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Petter, what
And
was
I'm
yours?
at 9. 9.
9. Okay, and then, let's see, which starts us at Leysa to begin with. I'm going to see if I can put a little token while you guys are getting set up here to show you distance height-wise.
10, 20, 30, 40, 45, so that's my movement. And then I am just going to, with the staff, which I hope I've, I tried to activate it. I've got my blood magic. I'm just going to start screaming in abyssal, close!
Nice.
And I'm going to give it everything I've got.
Okay. Right here, this guy here, boink. I motion to it on the actual app.
No, she's trying to close she's not hitting the dude, she's trying to close the portal.
Close the thing, okay.
Yeah, because I tried to activate the crystal that was still in the staff that Vanessa left there, because I've been playing with it. I've been experimenting with it. So that's why I was bleeding.
Okay.
That's why I was using her chant. I am just, like, hoping above all hope that, like, it worked.
Sorry, what did you roll? You said, what, 9? What was it?
I rolled a 22 initiative, but I just ran. I did my normal movement, and then I ran to this portal, and I just screamed.
Okay.
An abyssal close, like I have with that gnarled staff every time we've encountered a portal before.
Okay, for sake of this, just to make this easy, just do a straight 20. Roll d20, and then let's put a con modifier on it.
That's a 9.
As you jab it forward, the staff does lodge into the thing in the ground, and it seems like it pierces it. Like the hole is kind of also a goop, so it kind of like lodges in there, and you feel a pull on it as it's caught for the moment, and there's a bit of a jolt. You feel something's going on. Say take 2 HP as the jolt from the use of your blood affects it. But you see like that place where you stabbed in is starting to clear a little bit. So in other words, you're on the right track.
Okay.
But the lower roll kept it from getting too far.
Gotcha. Can I yell to the group, like, help me?
Yeah.
All right. Help me! We need to close this.
KiloWhat's gonna stay there. He's gonna try and move back to here. To the ballista, that's his turn.
John, which ballista is that?
The rear ballista. He's gonna, KiloWhat basically just turns from, he lets go of the wheel, locks it in place, and runs around to the back of to where the ballista is, and starts getting ready to use it. And then the rest of the crew also gets to arms, and they start focusing their attention on the nearest creatures. From all around, the other sailors that are on deck, they immediately hear the call, they get into action. They've pulled their weapons out, and they are running to the various creatures that they see. Each one of them's got about 1 sailor on it, for sake of the graphic for you guys. For the audience, they're getting ready to engage. But obviously the creatures that are flying a little bit too high to be able to get any attacks in.
How high are the creatures off the deck, John?
About 10.
Okay.
About 10 feet up. And their wings are flapping, and you just see gobs of dark ooze just trailing from them. And now that KiloWhat is at one of the ballista, the ship will go and try to shoot at one of the creatures. It's going to be at disadvantage, though. KiloWhat is able to get 1 shot of the ballista off toward the creature that is farthest north. The arrow goes clean through the creature, but on a weaker point, and it shrieks. And that will be 4. Let's look at the damage. It's for 23 damage. Successful hit. And the creature shrieks and hisses, and as it hisses, just dark ooze splatters everything nearby. And that is the ship's turn, since no one else has access to any of the stuff at the moment. And Lisa, you feel as you've got your staff in the hole, a rumble and a roar as one final thing comes through. And Lisa, you immediately recognize the furred form that you poked around with at the mountain all those weeks ago as a Balgura, Bagheera, as a Bagheera pops through and thumps its chest and just as it climbs through. It's only able to, though, get through on its turn. Leading us to Vanessa, who just goes, oh shit. Runs to the Eldritch Cannon, and she's going to aim at the big orange thing that just came out of the hole. Or no, actually, no, she's just going to prepare, because that's a ship thing. So her turn is done. And then we've got Cadence. She's going to run towards the Balgura that has climbed through the hole. She's going to attack it with her weapon. No more Doctor Who dice for me.
No, we like that die.
Yeah. Well, no, because Cadence missed. The sword whiffs, and the Balgura moves away. Taslinn, you're next. And then Fetter's up after her.
Well, I'm on the ground, so I didn't stand up when all that was happening, because it all happened pretty quickly. So yeah, have my movement standing up. So I will move forward to the stairs, and then actually I clean up my tarot cards when the rift was happening, and then I get up and move towards the stairs, because you gotta treat them right, guys.
All right.
And then I guess I will witch bolt the nearest ooey gooey flying guy.
All right, which is
he's 5, 10, 15, 20 away from me, so I can hit him.
Yeah, and you're about, let's see, 10, almost to just a little bit before the same height as him. So the creature that is closest to you guys at the front part of the deck. And yeah, does he have to roll for the witch bolt?
No, I roll an attack.
Okay, cool.
That was probably not 11 to hit.
No, 11 does not hit. The which bolt goes wide, and
There goes one of my fucking spell slots. I only
the
have
creature's
one
like,
left.
Ready for the old Eldritch Blast shoot 'em up.
the Eldritch blast off.
And then for my bonus, I will pull out Shenzo, so he'll be added next time.
Get
Okay.
it.
All right, and then that's the rest of your turn.
Yep.
Cool. And then we've got Feder next.
Fantastic. All right, so since we're up on the foredeck, John, and the foremast is there too. Is there any rigging in the masting that I want to do some Errol Flynn shit and try to move straight across?
Yes.
Like
Yeah, go.
either hopping off the mast itself or swinging on a rope.
Yeah,
And I want to try to get to our man.
yeah. All the standard implements that you would need for Errol Flynn shit is there.
Okay.
It's a normal ship. Otherwise, just the flight is different.
I'm guessing I'd love to do acrobatics if that's a thing that you think is real.
Yeah, I think it's real.
To get
real
there.
enough.
All right. This
do
never
it.
works for me. I don't know why I insist upon doing it.
It's because you have clothes on.
Yeah, if I
Free
was
action, I
naked,
disrobe.
this would all go better.
Yeah.
Right.
Free action, you disrobe.
Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes, guys, every once in a while you get a little victory. How about a natural 20, John?
Yes.
To just land
Yeah.
on this motherfucker, daggers out.
You get it. You get it.
Okay. So I'm going to try to just, running off the foredeck, leap, grab and cut a rope, and just like swing out, from fore to aft and just try to land right on the giant leathery demon bird, son of a bitch. Dagger first. So
Oh yeah,
both daggers out, and we'll try to see what happens here.
I like it.
John, he's not engaged with anybody else, right? He's not in
Not yet.
melee
Not yet.
distance of anybody?
Nope.
Okay. Fine.
Mwahaha.
Well, John, if that's my movement, then as I'm running, can I do my insightful fighting on the way over?
Yeah. No, that seems
Which is
fine.
my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, stand by. Do. He's got this is an opposed roll,
Okay.
a deception check versus my insight check,
Deception check.
which I only got an 11 on my insight check, probably because I'm swinging through the air.
Yeah, and it rolled natural 19, so it didn't have much more of a
Oops.
modifier to that. So
All right. Well, I'm still going to try
20th.
to land dagger first on this guy, so at least I'm stuck to him. So let's see
Yeah.
how that goes with my one attack. And mom's dagger just for good luck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course, it looks really good because I got the natural 20. I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not hit. No.
Fantastic. So I just soar through the air past this guy, do a backflip, and land on the deck. Very annoyed at myself.
Oh, but it's cool though. He even do the knee thing as
Oh
well.
yeah, it's total superhero landing.
All right.
Son
And
of
then
a
that-
bitch. All right.
Like honestly, if you say just like let's Errol Flynn this shit, I mean I'm going to be very in approval.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
like-
still take fan art of me flying through the air and not accomplishing anything.
You'll never guess what happens next. Oh wait, you might. Let's see. Then we've got Horatio, who is going to. Let's see. Someone's got to be at the wheel. Okay, he's gonna make sure he's gonna walk over to probably the north side of the ship, kind of still at the back deck. He goes goes to the northern end of the quarter deck and takes aim with his. He pulls out his. He's got a musket nearby and he pulls it. It's gonna. What's the range on this? He's gonna go with disadvantage. He's gonna aim it at the northernmost creature that's flapping around and flying near the Barogura.
The starboard side where the rift is, John?
Yep, starboard side. And he's going to get a 16, which does hit. All right. That's going to be... It's not much, but it's something. 8. So he fires off the shot. The bead hits the side of the shoulder blade, and it kind of doesn't. It's not enough to move it back, but it shrieks, and the report from the musket itself is very loud. And Feder, just as the first thing your brain goes to when you see that is like, that was on one of the pieces of paper I got. And that is Horatio's turn. And the creature that just got shot on the starboard. This is gonna bother me, Johnny. Starboard top. What's the left one?
Like front is the bow, back is the stern. Left side, so bottom of the screen is port.
Port. Okay.
The right side is the top of the screen is starboard.
Starboard and port. Okay.
Because I'm assuming that we're like the problem with saying like north and south, John, is I'm assuming that we're heading southwest. Like the boat is oriented southwest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the top or the starboard and port. I can never remember.
So Jonathan, if you ever get caught up in it, always remember that port and left both have 4 letters.
Okay, and starboard and right have the same amount of letters too.
No.
Just kidding. I'm being a fucker. Anyways.
The same. Left side of the ship is the port.
Right. Okay. So it is going to, this creature on the starboard side is going to, it's going to get a lay, it's going to fly out, get a lay of the land, kind of pick its target, and try to make an attack, a swooping attack on the person trying to stab the hole, Leysa. It's going to come in here. It's going to swoop down and shriek at Leysa as it heads towards her on the starboard side and make 2 attacks. But I got new dice. Okay, so the first... the first one is it's going to attack with its beak, and that is a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so the first one hits, and then it's going to do a 10 for the second attack with its talons.
That misses.
So it only gets a beak in, it gets a bite out of you as it gets down. It's now no longer, it's in melee range now, so it's about 5 feet off the ground. And as it's swooped down and grabbed you with the beak, it hurts, and let's see what it hits for. The beak hits for attacks for 10 damage. That's its turn. The other one is going to pull the same maneuver. It's going to fly up a little bit and then use the remainder of its flight to do a sweep down onto Feder. The same thing. So it's going for the beak and talon attack as it's coming in. It's going to natural 17 and a natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, those will both hit. I'll uncanny dodge the 20.
Okay. And then, so remind me, the uncanny dodge, it
halves the damage.
Halves the damage?
It essentially negates. Well, yeah, it'll half whatever your crit damage is.
Got it. Okay.
Was it a critical or was it just a dirty 20?
It was a critical. It was a raw 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the beak, that's a straight 10, and then time to do some math on this. All right. So it ends up being 20. It would have been 20 without the uncanny dodge for damage. So 10.
10 and 10. Yeah.
10,
so
10.
I'm down 20 points then.
Then that ends its movement. Again, the creature nearest to you is now down to its 5 feet, so it hasn't had enough movement to get back up. Third one, we'll do the same. And then after the third one, it'll be Yusuf's turn next. I'm going to do a similar maneuver, but it's nearest to this sailor, so it's going to do the same. It's actually just going to come down, not do quite the swoop.
On the port side to that sailor.
On the port side, the sailor's on the port side with its weapon raised. It's not his turn, but he'd be shooting bricks on it. And it's going to do its beak and talon. And, so 21 and 20. Dirty. So that sailor is in for a bad hurt. Let's see what we got. These guys who are helping you guys out, they're not as hardy as you guys are. And he goes down. Now it's Yusuf's turn.
So he's gonna leap down the stairs, 30, landing next to Leysa. And this other bird thing is within melee range?
Yes, it's down within melee range.
Cool. We're gonna attack the shit out of it.
Sweet. And then Leysa, you'll be up at the top of the round.
Okay, so first hit is a 24.
That does it, yeah.
Okay, and the second hit is only gonna be a 12.
24 hits, the 12 misses.
Okay. All right. 28 points of damage.
Whew. As you come in for that thing, it shrieks with your strike, and more of that black ichor just scatters from the point of impact. And then do you have any other things you want to do during this turn, or is that it?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself as well.
Sure.
And that's gonna raise my armor class to an 18 instead of a 16.
Nice. And then if that's your turn, then Lace's next.
So, I am going to, with my Staff of Thunder and Lightning, strike at the winged creature to the starboard side of the ship that's like right there on the other side of the rift.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna strike at him. That is going to be a 21.
Nice, that hits.
All right, sick. So, it's 1d6 plus 4, and then I am going to add another 2d6 of lightning damage to that. That is 8 plus 6, so that is 14 damage.
14 lightning as well.
6 lightning and 8 regular.
Okay.
And then my second attack is going to be at the hole with my gnarled obsidian staff, and I'm just going to scream close and abyssal and really jab it in there.
Okay. Do another, in this case, in place of the attack roll, just a 20 with the Constitution modifier added to it.
Okay.
Hit it.
That is a dirty 20.
Yes.
Cool. You feel a searing pain, just like a jolt into the arm, and you only take 1 hit point of damage, but the tear, like when you're pulling out a zipper and it kind of gets stuck for a while and then you finally get it and it kind of zips closed a while, you get about half of it closed, like just sewn right up.
Fuck yeah.
And it lodges in there like it's stuck again.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to kick that motherfucker twice with flurry of blows.
Okay.
Not the hole, but the flying creature on the starboard side of the ship. One of those is an 18 and the other is a 7.
The 18 does hit.
All right, that's good.
And you're aiming that one toward motherfucker? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, sure. And that's a 7 damage.
Respectable. It shrieks, and you get some gooey black ichor on you as you do it, but it doesn't really affect you.
Cool. And then I'm going to call that my turn because I don't want to spend all my key points just yet. Is he looking pretty
Just
bad?
all that?
Just all that. And BD.
Just all that.
You know.
Yeah. And since Clickthaw's there, he's going to use the ship's turn to fire the ballista. Drago is going to run towards the port side to head off the one that took out that sailor. You get a sense that it really affects the loss of crew would affect any of them, and Drago was pretty pissed about this. So 30 movement. He doesn't get a whole lot. No, that's his turn. The crew on the port side, or the starboard side, excuse me. They're going to make their move toward the creature that's there, make their attacks, and only one of them hits. And it's kind of a weak hit too. Only 6. It's respectable for the one. The other one just misses because the creature shifts as the first sailor hits it with his sword. And as the thing shrieks, it kind of bats at the other guy, and he misses his attempt. And they do they do okay, but it's not great. And that is their turn.
Oh crap, John. Sorry, I forgot
Yes?
about Gallahan. He would definitely be up in this.
He'd be up in this?
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to charge from starboard to port. Well, not charge, but he's going to start moving in front of the ballista on the bow, starboard to port, down the stairs, and he's going to charge the one that's in front there that just took out the other guy.
Okay. Let's put, since, I didn't realize he was here, let's put him to the initiative.
He would have gone when I did, so he'd be at it too as well.
Okay, cool. He's right there. All right. And you said he made it to the creature?
Yeah, when he got down, he would be coming along the port side of the ship, down the stairs, and then he was going to charge the other bird flying creature that's 5 feet off the ground. So he will try to gore him, and he's charging, so if he hits, he's going to do some other stuff.
Okay. Then roll that. I'm going to find a marker for him for us, just for reference, so we have something.
Okay. It's only a 13 to hit.
No, 13 misses as he charges into him, and the creature is able to dodge him by flapping its wings and creating some disturbance. It's able to avoid the attack. So that was it, right? No, he missed the attack, and so then it's the ship's attack with Clackthon there. He's going to use the ballista, and Where is he aiming at? He's still going to try to aim at that first one on the starboard side. He's going to aim. It just hits. The bolt pierces at its like ankle, and the thing shrieks. Let's see what the damage is for it. Hits for 15. Yeah, and just pierces right through it, and it's now got a bolt in its ankle. And it shrieks and thrashes around. Next is the giant Bargura. It's going to Horatio. He's going to start charging towards him. He's going to ignore the complete miss from Cadence. He's going to push her aside as he runs for her at his speed. And just on his hands as gorilla style, running like brum, brum, brum. And he starts charging for Horatio and roars, and that is his turn. And Vanessa, she's going to turn her. She sees the Belgura going towards her captain and is like, not today, motherfucker. And let's see if it is actually not today. Gear up. She says it, and her attack with the Eldritch Cannon misses. And Cadence is going to, on her turn, she's going to chase after the giant ape creature in anger. And she would have gotten an opportunity attack, but she missed. And this other attack does hit the creature. Yeah, the sword goes in, pierces, takes some damage off of the Bargura, but not a whole lot. It's not a very good sword, and he shrieks, and that's her turn. Taslinn, you're up, followed by Feder.
I'm gonna move the rest of the way down the stairs and a little bit further, 25, 30. So I'll move over here, kind of between Yusuf and Feder.
I don't know if you guys can see the aura or not, but I put it up, so if you're in it, you get all the bonuses.
Yeah, I
cool.
can see it.
I actually can't, Drew.
Should be a yellow 10-foot aura around me.
Okay. What are those bonuses? Just so.
So if you're standing within 10 feet, you have +3 on saving throws, and you have advantage on saving throws versus spells and magical effects from the sword.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the guy that Feder tried to swing on.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that easier to see, Johnny? Does that pop up? I turned it green.
It didn't, but that's fine.
Weird.
So apparently my dice don't want me to hit anything.
Oh no.
So the first one was a 14 to hit.
Oh, almost. It's one off.
And then the next one was a 10, so no. And then I rolled a third one just to get the shit out of the dice, and I rolled a 1. So.
Got that one out of the system then, at least.
Yeah, we'll see. So pretty much just no and no. I think Taslin's hand is a little broken, and I look at it and kind of shake it off, being like, what the fuck? It's the headache.
What's going on?
It's totally the headache. And then Shenzo's gonna run for the one that Lesa and Yusuf were attacking and try and pounce.
So he's gonna be right after you say?
Yes. He's always right after me.
Oh, cool. In the tracker I'm doing, it typoed Shenzo out to Shiso. And I don't want to take the time to fix it, so... Shiso Ban.
Cool. Changing plans. I am going to swing around.
Whoa! Hold on. Shenzo didn't go.
Okay. I thought he went. He just didn't. We hadn't put the marker out yet.
No, I haven't. He's going and attacking, and I'm waiting for John so I can give him the rolls.
Yeah, I'm going to find one
Okay.
that's not the color of Shenzo but so we can see it.
He got 15 on the die, so it would be a 19 to hit.
Hell yeah.
19 to hit. Yeah, it totally hits.
Oozy Monkey needs to make a strength save.
Oozy monkey.
Uzi. Oh, you have it over here with the starboard creature, right?
Mm-hmm. He went
Uzi.
and pounced on the one that Yusuf and Lesa were attacking. So.
Oh, got it. Yeah, and that hit. And so
Yeah.
sorry, what was the damage?
Just the wind creature, yeah.
Yeah, I got distracted by Uzi Monkey, and I went down a path.
Well, I was just thinking, the flying monkeys from Wicked Witch, but it's Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the sound it makes as as Shenzo latches onto it. So what was the damage? Because he does
throw.
hit. Oh, a strength
throw. Mm-hmm.
An 18?
Oh, okay. So he makes it. So Shenzo just kind of like leaps up. He's gonna claw him So he doesn't get an extra attack, and Oozy Monkey stays flying. So he's just gonna kind of like leap through the air and claw at him and land.
Okay.
He's gonna do 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Shenzaban doesn't, like you said, doesn't latch on, but just slides the way down, just scratches the whole way, and the thing shrieks, and bits of black ooze come off with it, and it is starting to look in rough shape. You see bits that are starting to slough off, and it's wriggling and fighting, waiting patiently for its turn.
Cool.
Which leads us to Feder.
Quick question, John. I'll happily roll something if you want, but would I know that these are Vroths from my grandfather's Tales of the Blood War?
You probably would.
I was going to ask the same question. It's kind of what they look like.
Yeah, you would know. I would.
Okay.
Given both of you would have had enough education to be like, I think that's what this is, and be pretty much correct.
Okay. So yeah, Federal looked down at just gorged because he lost just under half his hit points in that first attack. There's just a big scratch down his chest, pretty much oozing blood. And he'll just goddamn Vroths, and will swing around pretty much clockwise around the one that he spectacularly did not hit last turn.
Okay.
So that I'll be flanking with the stalwart seaman on the other side of me. Mm-hmm. I am going to, #stalwart seaman. I am going to attack once with advantage with my mom's dagger, because I want that sweet sneak attack. Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
It's about goddamn time. Okay, so. Oh, that's a lot of dice to double. I'm very excited about this. All right, so that is. Oh, and so many ones. God damn it. Plus 6 is 9. We'll double that. So 18 points of damage. And then I am going to, as I just take a very skilled swipe at the thing to try to hit something juicy. And then with my bonus action, I am going to quaff my greater healing potion. So I'll roll that up, and just going to let you know how I'm doing once I do that, John.
Yeah, you get your good hit in, and just into the hill, poof, slashing, and it shrieks, and bits of black ooze just shoot out from around it. It's a thing to note, since you're so close, is that the area around it seems to not be as gravitational, so the black bits seem to float out and then fall as gravity fully hits it. So it's it feels the only way I can describe it is oddly magnetic in terms of that black gooey stuff. It just floats around in its orbit and then falls off as it gets outside of its range. So it's a weird looking thing and feels weird for what you know of rock. So in your just immediate, as you've been attacking it, you would have noticed that this is a rock, but
there's something else going on.
Right, similar to how the maw demons and even the other creature that you guys faced in Trost.
Okay.
The slod-like creature. These things are altered.
Okay, so over my shoulder, I'll just call to Yusuf. There's something weird about these things, right? This just looks like a Vroth, but there's something weird about it.
Yeah, I can't pin it down, but they shouldn't be oozing black. Maybe they're tied to the portal.
Ting 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 ting.
Portal's tied to them. I don't know. Let's kill it.
Yeah.
I don't normally stop stories when they're about to get good. Oh, wait, what am I saying? I do that all the time. It's why you love me. Anyway, these nasty abyssal portal business is starting to become a bummer for our heroes. And so is my headache. So come back next week and I'll be ready with the conclusion to this battle in these Demon Days.
Cobalt
Go to the
attacks.
bedroom. No. Bedroom. Now.
Oh, is that a moose? Quick edit aside, it's a moose. This is a moose. Kind of looks like a dildo.
Yeah, that's definitely a top view of a moose.
Yeah, but it kind of
Oh no.
That looks very much like a butt plug.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not even
Oh,
That flared
Flanged
base, you
that little
know?
guy.
Flanged at the base. Yeah. And hey, public service announcement from your favorite horny D&D podcast. Putting stuff in your butt can be fun, but if you're going to do it with a toy, get one with a base. A nice flange. You won't regret it. There you go. The more you know.
The more you know. So that was it, right? No, he missed the attack.
Yeah.
And because, brown everything on a brown ship is really easy to see in our app of choice. Okay.
More
I'm
butt
right there.
plugs.
More
Yes.
This is... Let me give Taslinn control of this.
Guys, with your vibrators, you're going to get generally two options, right? You're going to have a corded option and a cordless option. The cordless option is probably rechargeable, which is nice, but you are going to probably lose a little bit of power. So if you're looking for something classic like the old Hitachi Magic Wand, you really got to weigh out versatility versus just good old-fashioned personal massaging. You know what I mean? So, hey, guys, we're coming hot and quick with the PSAs this week.